Do you want to get over your fear of failure? If you do, remember this point. You've always been a failure. That's right, you've never been perfect. Do you remember the time when you were small, when you couldn't walk? Do you remember when you couldn't talk? Do you remember when you couldn't feed yourself? Do you remember when you couldn't go to the toilet? Do you remember that time you couldn't ride a bike? The time you couldn't write? The time you couldn't draw? The time you couldn't drive that car? Before those points, before you were able to do those things, you were a failure. You kept making mistakes. You kept falling down. You kept not being able to say your words until you got to the point where you were able to do that. And from tomorrow onwards, you're going to be a failure again. There's going to be things you're going to try tomorrow that are still going to go wrong. And the reason that you are fearing failure, it's not because you're afraid of failing. It's because you're afraid of failing in front of other people. You're afraid of what other people are going to think about your failures, how they're going to make a laugh at you, how they're going to point out that you wasted time writing that book or making those videos. So remember that. You've always been a failure. We all have. We all goofed up since the day we're born, and we're going to goof up until the day we die. So remember that. You're not perfect. So stop fearing failure, because it's part of your life. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.